Hi guys, this is Janet Wright, and this video is a recap video where I discuss what was healed in today's mini triplet group energy healing, which is a distance healing or a remote healing, and it's the second in the set of 3, which is why it's called a mini triplet group healing set. The first healing was on Friday, today is Sunday, it's the second healing, and then in 2 days there will be the Tuesday healing. And today's date is August 6th, 2017. And like the healing that we had 2 days ago, it was for 36 participants, currently in 4 countries, including 7 kids. Oh, and one of the kids telepathed me, who's kind of, she's sort of like, you know, older than, like she always acts like a little mini adult. She's like, you don't have to use this silly voice when you say hi to the kids. So at least temporarily, I can't promise how long I'll do that, but yeah, no more silly voices when I say hi to the kids. All right, cool. So today's healing had a very specific theme called clearing avoidance. And my intention is to put this in the title of the recap even, because it was like throughout, that was the point of this healing, was to help people clear avoidance. So it was a part of the last healing, but this healing is entirely based on that. And my goal is to make this video shorter, so hopefully I am victorious in that goal. Informative, but to the point and clear, and not 42 minutes like they usually are. Okay, so what we did for starters is, oh, this is my AccuDoll. You know, it's a doll. It has actually acupuncture points on it, but that's irrelevant. I'm just going to demonstrate using her. Okay, so hope you don't mind. So anyway, grounding, obviously nice and wide. Grounding is your connection to the center of the earth. So you imagine it, create it by imagining it. So you could do that right now. Just imagine a real wide grounding, as wide as your whole aura. So, you know, my aura goes out to here, and then behind me and in front of me. So a nice big grounding that I like to bring up to the 3rd chakra, which is, here's the sternum. And here's where the sternum ends, so that's where the 3rd chakra is. So I like to bring it up high, like there, up to your 3rd. And we did a yellow grounding, so a yellow color that you can set with your intention, even if your clairvoyance isn't great today and you can't actually see the yellow in your mind. You could imagine yourself what things are yellow, you know, that you know of, like dandelion flowers and little baby ducks or something. But anyway, so, and you imagine that it goes all the way down to the center of the earth and stays wide and flowing. There's a strong downward flow that you create with your intention, but also you create by clearing out your grounding, which we also did in this session. But anyway, so first you make a big yellow grounding, which I did with everyone. I helped it to be nice and wide, helped everyone to bring up a little bit of earth energy, extra earth energy, just to calm them and stabilize. I help people just, you know, get their energy just a little extra spruced up in the beginning. So the back of the aura, everyone's back of their aura did look pretty nice, much nicer than at the start of the first healing. You know, it can get very compressed, like very, very compressed and dark and stuck, but everyone's was pretty wide, so I just helped people to widen it out just a touch more, and flowing. And also the bottom of the aura, that's really key, all the aura layers in the bottom. All 7 layers wrap around to the bottom, and so you want those aura layers to be able to drain nicely, you know, because then if they can drain out down the grounding down to the center of the earth, you can release and let go. So I spent some time with that, just helping people to melt away energy blocks at the very bottom of all the aura layers below their feet. And then the rugs in the grounding, which I first talk about in the July 25th recap video. Yes, I diagram it really well in that video. But at the bottom of your grounding, like right before the center of the earth, you can get very flat energy blocks that are kind of hard to notice because they're so flat. But if you think of like, okay, I'm gonna look for the rug, you know, because it looks like a rug or like a couple rugs on top of each other, you just melt those away, and those really help with having nice strong flow downward. well, clearing those helps, because it's the center of the earth that kind of sucks everything down. So if you have energy blocks, it just creates this hard, stagnant energy that you know, blocks that strong downward waterfall. Looking at my notes under the phone, sorry. Then I help people with, I was looking at, okay, you know, anything that's going to help people to be less avoidant. Like, for example, you know, you may have a project in your house or a project in your business or a project, you know, all sorts of things that you're just putting off and putting off and putting off. Psychologically, you may have, you know, aspects like clearing repressed anger or something that you're putting off, or clearing your fear of angry people. Maybe you're putting off clearing that. So anyway, I just imagined, you know, everybody's whole aura, you know. So the whole aura all around you, it's the force field all around you, and then the whole grounding. And I just combed through it, and my sample person, because throughout the healing I'll pick, the angels point out different sample people. So the sample person actually had past life baggage that was keeping them from, more avoidant, which makes sense, because if you don't clear something in a lifetime, you know, like say you really resent your brother in a past life, unless you clear that resentment completely, that resentment is coming with you to your future lifetimes. It doesn't bother you when you're in heaven, because heaven is kind of like a vacation. But anyway, so it basically means a lot of people have a lot of leftover stuff from past lives. So that's what we did. I help people to use, you know, gold light that I was sending, gold universal light, but you can just imagine like big gold suns, you know, like suns in the sky, put a whole bunch of them, and, you know, shine it on yourself and just be like, okay, I'm letting go of past life energy blocks that make me avoidant, you know, that make me procrastinate, that kind of idea. Releasing past life baggage. Yeah, that's what that was. So, and again, that's pretty huge. So you could even do that blanket exercise video I have that's called Clear Your Energy Blocks. Then replenish your energy, blah, 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 blanket exercise, blah, blah, blah. And make a big blanket out in front of you and put, you know, whatever energy blocks are good for you to clear today, from past lives that make you avoidant, you know, make you procrastinate, make you put off doing what would really help you to do. And then just, you know, imagine that big pile and just melt it down. You know, and then just take your time, let the gold light do the work, maybe wiggle your toes or touch your face so that, you know, you're not like fixating on the pile too much, you're just feeling your body, because that works faster than the gold light melts better if you're not kind of obsessing on what you're trying to clear. But anyway, so then I was still, of course, the whole time looking at what would help these 36 people to clear their avoidance in a comfortable way. You know, I don't want to overwhelm anyone. And so I was thinking about the grounding and helping people to release basically second chakra and first chakra stuff. So second chakra below the belly button has to do with the senses and emotion and sexuality. So senses or emotions, meaning like, okay, a blocked emotion or one that people usually get blocked about would be anger. Although regular flowing anger is fine, it's actually kind of much more mellow and centering, but stuck anger, let's call it, you know, stuck anger or stuck sadness. So if people had, for example, their father's anger stuck in their grounding, it can make them avoidant. Like anything in your grounding that you're trying not to notice, you know? So if you just imagine you're grounding out in front of you and like use your imagination and be like, okay, what am I trying not to notice here? What is making me avoidant that I don't usually see? And then you might see like this pile of black boxes, and then you kind of comb through them with gold light. And as you do that, you just kind of use your intuition. You're like, yeah, sure enough, this is anger from, you know, an ex-boyfriend, or this is anger from my father, or whatever, you know, and then you just melt the boxes away. Or if it's too much, you know, you can just hand the boxes to your angels. I mean, it doesn't have to be too much, but you might feel it's too much, and so you could always hand them to your angels. So anyway, it was like, it tended to be, you know, so anyway, we did stuck emotions from that, you know, maybe was from your parents that you got when you were growing up. And if your mom's in heaven now, you wouldn't have her stuck energy. Because when people go to heaven, they kind of take their life force with them. So, I mean, they still visit you, but they're not stuck anymore, so they wouldn't be in your space. But that is very common if your parents are still in their lifetime, that you might be carrying little stuck deposits of their own emotional baggage in your grounding, like a copy of it. So anyway, so I was just helping people clear out emotional baggage from their parents, and, you know, male or female authority figures also. And then I noticed with a sample person that their chakra alignment was a little off. So like I said in a bunch of recaps lately, because I like doing it, if the chakras aren't like really a nice straight line, if they're kind of knocked out of whack, then you can, with your intention, you can notice blocked energy pieces in the grounding that are messing with the flow, because chakras always want to realign naturally. And so if you have proper drainage, they're going to be able to release and realign, you know. So you just, with your intention, imagine you're grounding, imagine like a copy out in front of you, and be like, okay, what energy blocks can I clear that will help my chakras align as much as possible right now, you know. And you might just imagine, like for me, it's like 5 white energy blocks that, you know, look like maybe like white tiles that are on top of each other. They're flat and white. And so I just bring up red earth energy, and I bring up gold light from my hands. So it's like gold light, red earth energy, gold light, red earth energy. You don't have to do that, but it's kind of fun to alternate with gold light and earth energy. Yeah, nice. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. That's how I test it. It's like, you know, you just like imagine out in front of you your 7th, and then your 6th, 5th, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if it's not right, the alignment's off, it'll be like 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But anyway, you can just clear energy blocks from your grounding to get back and, you know, have them all like nice and harmonious with each other. Them meaning your 7 chakras along your spine. So, but like you just saw with me, you know, well, you didn't see the before. Before that, I think I was like 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So like a little bit off, but in a lot of the chakras. So that's why clearing those energy blocks made me feel better, and I had a nice happy sigh. The more you're present, the more you're going to feel when you heal yourself. So please, if you're a newbie, I love newbies. Go, go, go. Don't lose faith. If you're a newbie at meditating and it's new to you, you're going to doubt yourself a lot, but just keep doing it because it is helping. It's just that maybe you were kind of really detached or more detached relatively, and the more you heal yourself, the more attached, the more present you can be in your physical body, and the more you're in your physical body, the more you can feel, you know, every little healing thing that you do. So just keep doing it. Eventually you'll get really present enough, and then you'll be able to feel, you know, very obviously a difference. Whereas at first, maybe, you know, your day is better like 3 hours after that, and you kind of have to think to yourself, oh yeah, I did handle that better. I bet it was because I did that little 10-minute meditating thing. You know, so anyway, don't lose faith. Oh, then I imagined everybody's chakras. You can imagine, kind of like we did with the alignment, you can imagine them all out in front of you, but you don't have to, you know, like I did it like that. Is connect the dots idea. I'm not imagining, you know, oh, the fronts and the backs and blah, blah, blah. You can do it with like very low detail, you know, just so you're not tripping out about how well you see it or not. I mean, you know, you gotta be practical and think of what is important at the time. So like when I was noticing a sample person that the angels picked out, I noticed, you know, the 7 chakras, 7 is aligned this way, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's like they're cylinders, and energy goes in the front and out the back, goes in the front, out the back. If you need a video explaining that, just post a question and I'll tell you. But so I imagined those chakras, the 7 chakras that everyone had, and looked at clearing, surrounding each one with gold, lots of gold light, all the chakras, but just all at once like that, because you can get like energy that's sort of around the outside of the chakras, so it looks like, gray clumpy energy, or black, kind of clumpy energy, so it's not like a nice smooth cylinder, and it's not like a pretty color. Oh, by the way, isn't this a great color for the 6th chakra? I really like this color. It's like a cobalt blue, so I think that's a great 6th chakra color. I think this is a pretty good color actually for the throat chakra. So you could do like a blue like this, or a light blue or turquoise for your throat chakra, and then you could do an awesome cobalt blue like this for your 6th chakra, and then purple for your 7th in the top of your head. And when I say you could do it, what I mean is with your intention. You just set it with your intention, your favorite shade of light blue, and then your favorite shade of a deeper blue, and then your favorite shade of purple. And that with your intention, if you set it with your intention, even if you can't see it, with your vision, it works. Okay, so yeah, I with my intention and gold light, gold universal healing energy, which you can have generated with your hands and your fingertips, I just washed off any energy around the chakras that people were ready to let go of, that was making them avoidant, putting things off, not facing the truths in their life that would really simplify things, but they're kind of freaked out about them, like all that. So I just helped, and I spent a bit of time on that, just gold light, melting around the surrounding kind of glommed on energy that, maybe was covering the outer part of each chakra. So that felt good. Then a sample person, I needed to comb the top of their aura. So, we have 7 layers to the aura, each generated by a chakra, right? So 7 chakras are along the spine, and then, so that means you have 7 layers up here of your aura, and it can get really compressed. Like, well, anywhere can get compressed, but my sample person that I noticed had like kind of a smush top of their aura. So I used gold light and just kind of combed through, just to expand it. And you can do that like this up here. It's easy because your hands reach, or you could do it out in front of you. Like, imagine just maybe like this part, your physical head, and then your aura layers, and just kind of, comb upward and melt away any hard part, like right in the center of each layer, center top of each layer. Like I have my 7th layer, it's a little chunky. I had somebody whack me really hard about an hour ago, so there's still some little bits and pieces of hard energy, nicer. So my 7th layer just kind of got chubby, like wide, and flowing up there. It's like up here above the camera. But anyway, but you make a copy out in front of you, a mini copy. So my 7th layer is nice now. 6th layer, see, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because of that whack, it was a big whack, and got me good. So whack is when people throw energy at you. I have 2 videos, energy whacks, part 1 and part 2, WHACKS. Anyway, so I have like little, you can comb through the top of your aura, with a copy out in front of you, and gold light from your hands. But like, it's like this little like black pieces of popcorn, like little crunchy, hard. There we go. 6th layer just finally let up. 5th, yeah. 4th, yeah. 3, 2, 1. So 3, 2, 1 are like the innermost layers, right, of the aura, generated by the 3rd chakra, 2nd chakra, and 1st chakra. So 3rd chakra, productivity, taking action, feeling alert. 2nd chakra, emotions. 1st chakra, courage and safety and financial stability and abundance. So just those inner 3 layers are giving me, there we go. So the 3rd layer is behaving now, popped open and wide and flowing. 2nd layer, almost. There we go. Nice. my tummy just sort of relaxed with that, because your second chakra and first chakra, your second layer and first layer affect your lowest two chakras, right? They're related to your second chakra and your first chakra, right? So after I finally got that flowing up there, then my belly kind of relaxed. Okay, so anyway, I help people expand the top of their aura. Again, keeping in mind, I wanted people to clear any energy blocks that made them avoidant. Oh, and as an aside, quick aside, hopefully, but the person that slammed my aura, she's a very avoidant person, so particularly if you're all about clearing avoidance and getting things done and doing what you mean to do and being mindful, sometimes you can kind of trigger other people completely by accident. And then it's just subconscious, but if they have a lot of repressed anger, and maybe some repressed fear, then they just go whick. But that's why it's really good to be able to, if all of a sudden you're feeling like confused and kind of stupid, and unsure, then just, clear out up here. Well, clear out your whole aura, like mend up the rips and tears. But anyway, at first when it happened, I just felt confused. I didn't know that I'd been whacked. But anyway, then the 3 creative rings above the head, there are 3 gold rings right around here, and they're, like, it's like, this is a ring right here, but it's like this way, 1, 2, 3. So energy passes through the middle of them, particularly if it's not blocked up. So people, their creative rings were okay because of the Friday healing that everyone got, because I did that in the Friday healing. I used gold light and also red earth energy brought up from the center of the earth to just kind of calm it down and melt away the blocked energy inside the rings. Those creative rings are really nice. They generate like a creative force for you, like your creative energy, but like it's a very assertive creative energy, so you finally get stuff done. Yeah. Oh, then it was just more like clearing avoidance, but it was with the grounding, like I did really the whole thing of like your sadness or anybody else's sadness from men, sadness from women, your sadness, that's stuck sadness in your grounding, that's making you avoidant, where you're like, oh, that's not really there, I'll deal with that next year. And then anger, anybody stuck anger in the grounding, so gold light, wash it out. You can just imagine your own grounding. Do you have anybody's anger in your grounding, including yours? Stuck anger. So you can imagine it like boxes or bricks or whatever it looks like. And then just melt it away. There you go. And then fear, particularly like mother's worry and mother's fear. But again, if your mom's in heaven, you don't have her fear in your grounding. You may have a sister though that you have her fear in your grounding, or an ex-girlfriend, or a wife or something. But or your own fear. You could just have your own fear that you're not releasing, or you didn't finish releasing, that's stuck in your grounding. So again, I just helped everyone clear any kind of fear from men or women or mom or dad or their own fear out of their grounding. So that, because fear is a big one that'll make you put things off. Like, it's just, you don't even, usually it's subconscious, and you make excuses like, well, I'm too busy, That's a good one. I mean, sometimes it's actually true, but a lot of times your mind is just sort of subconsciously avoiding something, and then you kind of manifest ways in which it doesn't get done. It's very interesting stuff. So the answer, rather than beat yourself up about it, is just be patient, just, maybe you have a meditation journal, hopefully, angels always like that, just have a book, not like a loose piece of paper you're gonna lose, but some kind of, cheap, inexpensive journal where you write down little notes about what you want to meditate about, or when you're meditating, ideas that you like. And one of them could be, clearing out any energy blocks anywhere that make you avoidant, but also, specifically any fear baggage or emotional baggage that's making you avoidant. in your life. And then the last thing we did was the top of the aura. This video really is shorter. I can't believe it. So unlike me. The top of the aura, but you know, I can change, that's good. The top of the aura, above the top of the aura, there's your 8th chakra. Your 8th chakra, because here's your 7th chakra in the top of your head, but your 8th chakra is above your aura. So if the top of your aura is here, your 8th chakra is like maybe up here. And it's like a nice, pretty gold sun. And it shines gold, eternal healing energy and wisdom on you. So it's you, but it's above here. It's a part of you, and it's above here. And so, like for me, even though my 8th chakra is kind of close, because it can go further up or it can come closer in. So at the closest, my 8th chakra is probably about 2 or 3 feet above my aura. But you know, I'm pretty checked into my life. Maybe the average person who doesn't meditate, maybe their 8th chakra is like 15 feet above their aura. Maybe. Particularly if they're kind of doing a job they don't really care about, and they're kind of like, well, you know, I'll wait for Saturday, I'll wait for the weekend to be present, you know, then their 8th chakra kind of goes up. But anyway, if you're an energy geek and you watch these videos, I bet your 8th chakra is pretty close to the top of your aura. Because your spirit's like, I want to learn this, I want to heal myself, this is interesting. So anyway, on the theme of avoidance, clearing avoidance, I imagined any energy blocks that people were ready to clear, because you don't want to do too much and freak people out, you know. So I just imagined any energy blocks above the top of the aura, right, above the top of the aura, that were blocking some of that gold light, the reassuring, wise, wisdom and healing energy from their 8th chakra from accurately coming down, you know, without distortion, and really helping them to have like a Zen, big picture, comforted kind of a feeling. So, so everybody, you can always find energy blocks up there, it seems like, you know, some. So I just imagine any energy blocks that were making people avoidant up there, and help people to melt them away with gold light. I also use purple earth energy just for fun up there, and then gold light. And like for me right now, if I imagine the top of my aura and my 8th chakra shining down like a big gold sun, right, I have about 5 black pieces of energy. They look like black, like pillows, like bedroom pillows, but they're black, and there are 5 of them. And if I melt those are gonna help me to be less avoidant, which is nice. So now there are only 3, now there's only 2, now there's only 1. There. So feeling wise, what just happened is my shoulders relaxed. My posture changed, obviously. I feel a little calmer. Like I'm more aware of the trees around me and the birds. That's pretty cool. So that's a good note to end on. Almost end on. But that does end the description of what I did in today's healing. It did go a little over, some of them do. So it was maybe more like, instead of a 20-minute healing, it was maybe more like 23 minutes or 24 minutes, because I was helping people clear all that, you know, the stuck emotion and stuck fear out of their grounding, that's cool stuff. So one suggestion from the angels for homework, if people want, well, obviously watch the recap, have fun with that, you know, play with some of those techniques yourself, just so you can expand on the awesomeness of the healing if you did get the healing, or if you didn't, if you weren't like a paid participant and so technically you didn't get the healing, then just give it to yourself as you watch the video, of course. There's a mini webinar recording, which I've mentioned before, called, well, mini webinar, and then it has Akashic records or Akashic records, whatever, tomato, but it has Akashic records in the title, and it was recorded on December 30th of some year, I forget which year, probably 2013, it's a while ago. Anyway, you can download it free from my website. It's about 23 minutes long. It's an audio meditation that I did online with people. I used to do webinars for about a year, like online. So it's a good one because I think, oh, there's a little beetle on me. I think that the angels like that upload, Akashic record upload, because it gives you closure. And sometimes, you know, when you're avoiding things and then you clear it, you're going to finish some things, and so it just helps you to kind of wrap up things. You know, if you have a project that's like mostly done but not totally done, or you finished 3 projects but you haven't really cleared your mind and your spirit about it, you know, so Akashic record uploads are nice with that. Usually though, honestly, well, once you do that webinar a couple times, then as long as you keep this, your 7th chakra pretty healed and then your aura pretty healed, then you probably will just automatically do an upload without thinking about it, you know, whenever you need to. But some people haven't done them in 10 years, you know, so it's definitely worth to do that recording. Another one was, oh, this is a much longer recording. It's a 1-hour recording that you can download from my website for no charge, called Releasing Repressed Emotion and Fear. And it's very mellow. Usually the hour ones that you can download from my site are webinars, so they're more like chatty, peppy kind of in vibe. But this one is super mellow. I made it at the Morton Arboretum in Illinois, so with all these trees and stuff. So I was very, very calm throughout the hour recording. So, but you can listen to it in like 15-minute chunks if you want, something like that. But anyway, it's called Releasing Repressed Emotion and Fear. Because, you know, for clearing avoidance, what I found, at least for the participants, and I think it would be true in general, is that a lot of times emotional baggage or fear baggage is what's making you subconsciously, what's making you avoidant. All right, so I hope that made sense. And I think you guys are awesome for caring enough about your energy and your empowerment to watch something like this. So go you, woohoo, energy geeks. All right, and if you want to sign up for the next triplet set, if you choose to, no pressure at all, no guilt. But if you do want to be a participant, the next set starts on the 18th of August. And so you'd have to sign up by, what, probably the 11th or so. It's on my website. Okay, bye.